Shalom and happy Rosh Chodesh. This is Aaron at the virtual Kollel, bethemmanuel.org/Kollel. Glad you could be here and watching this video. Today we're studying Parashat Korach, and this comes from Numbers chapter 16. So let's get right into it. I'll share my screen with you, and I'm using the website Sefaria, Sefaria. And you can find the link to the exact place from our website at bethemmanuel.org/Kollel. So here we go. We're in Bamidbar. That's the book of Numbers. Tate Zion 16, Pasuk Aleph, verse 1. And let's read the first verse. It says, Vayikach Korach ben Yitzhar ben Kehat ben Levi, V'datan va'aviram b'nei Eliav, Ve'on ben Pelet b'nei Reuven. Okay, let's break it down. We've got Vayikach. This is a very peculiar word. A lot of commentary on it. In the root of this word is lamed kuf chet, and the lamed is missing. Actually, it basically turned into that little dagesh right there inside the kuf. So lakach means take, or he took. So you might say ani lokeach, I am taking. This verb form, it's in the conversive vav, right? So it's and he took. So it's and he took. And now we've got the word Korach here, and this is the name of Korach. You can see his name means something like bald. So this is his name. And of course, in Hebrew, the word order does not indicate necessarily the subject and object. So he's the one that's doing the taking. So it says, and he took Korach, meaning Korach took. But this is you'll see why this is a problem as we move on here. We have Ben Yitzhar. So Yitzhar is a person's name. It means oil, by the way. Ben Yitzhar. So Korach ben Yitzhar is his name. Ben Kehat ben Levi. Okay, so this is his full name. We have we have 3 generations of ancestors, which kind of indicates his standing. We're drawing attention to his genealogy here, that he's a son of Levi of the family of Kohat, the clan of Yitzhar. So far we don't have an object yet. We have Korach ben Yitzhar ben Kehat ben Levi took. And this, by the way, is a singular. He took, right? V'datan, okay, another person, and Datan, and Aviram, so 2 other people. B'nei Eliav, so they must be brothers, sons of somebody named Eliav. Okay. Ve'on, another person's name. Okay, and the vav is and here. It's the same as here. And. So, and on ben Pelet, okay, on son of Pelet, another person's name. B'nei Reuven. Okay, so they're sons of Reuven, and I assume that we're talking about the tribe of Reuven, descendants of Reuven, and maybe Eliav is maybe this is somebody I should know, but could be an ancestor rather than a direct father. Hold on, we're the night chief. Okay, yeah, all right. So at any rate, all we've got is a lot of names. So Korach took, and the took is singular, so we're just talking about Korach, and then it says and Datan, Aviram, sons of Eliav, On, son of Pelet, and or the sons of Reuven. But we don't anywhere find out what he took. It's a really odd word to use, what they call intransitive, without an object. Because there's some words that There's basically verbs can be divided into two categories. You've got transitive verbs, which are verbs that always take an object, like you might take as an example. You take something, you take bread, or you take money, or something like that. But then there's other words that are non or intransitive, like sit. You don't sit something, you just sit. And usually those verbs are describing you and what you're doing, rather than what you're doing to something else. And some verbs can go either way in English. You have like to spin. If I say I'm spinning a top, or then it's transitive. And I say if I'm spinning, then it means I'm spinning myself. In Hebrew, you end up having different verb patterns that will indicate whether you're doing something to something else or you're doing it to yourself, so on. Anyway, we're left with a mystery here. Vayikach, he took, and we don't have an answer of what he took. So we have to try to figure that out. That's what some of the commentaries will do. I'll just show you how the commentaries work here. You can see Rashi's got 5 comments. And he comments, we can see 1, 2, 3. He's actually bringing up this several places. So he says, Parashah zo yafe nidreshet b'midrash Rabbi Tanchuma. Okay, great. He's just explaining that it's well explained in the midrash. And then so vayikach Korach lakach et atzmo. He's explaining what it is they took. לצד אחד להיות נחלק מתוך העדה לעורר על הכהונה, וזהו שתרגם אונקלוס והתפלג נחלק משאר העדה להחזיק במחלוקת. And so basically he's saying he took himself, atzmo, on one side to be separated from the assembly in order to provoke against the priesthood, and then he compares it to the Aramaic targums, the translations of the Hebrew Bible into Aramaic, which are helpful sometimes, and they provide ideas about how the phrase is interpreted, and he uses this Aramaic word that means to divide oneself. So he separated from the rest of the community in order to strengthen himself in his argument, and so on. So that's Rashi's interpretation. That's only one of the possible interpretations. He provides here at Dvar Acher another interpretation of Vayikach Korach in the same commentary. So there you can see. Just I don't want to get too much into the commentaries here, but just to say I'm only done that to kind of show you around. And to say that this is a very mysterious phrase, and it bears a lot of interpretations. All right, so let me just go on and read for you the next one. Vayakumu lifnei Moshe va'anashim mibnei Yisrael 50 u'matayim nesi'ei eda kri'ei moed Anshe Shem. So it says, so the root of this is kum, kuv vav mem, and this is plural, and it's in that conversive vav. So they rose up. They rose up. And this can be figurative or literal, and in this case, I think we're talking about something more idiomatic. Lifnei is in front of. So it's a preposition. It's actually made out of a noun, panim, face, and then it's got it's in a construct form, noun construct form, so it's face of, and then with the lamed, it's to, so to the face of. But this is just a very common prepositional phrase then that just means in front of. So they stood up, they rose up in front of Moshe, Moses. Va'anashim, we ran into this last week. The anashim are men, or even prominent men, right? Anashim is the plural of ish. And the vav means and. Mibnei, so we have ben is son, bnei is sons of, and this prefix me Mi means from, or as in from one place to another, or from a certain origin. So, or some of it ends up meaning. So mi b'nei Israel means from among the, or yeah, from among the children of Israel, or the Israelites. Here's a number. Hamishim means 50. It's easy to remember the numbers because if you have chamesh, it's 5, and then you pluralize it and it becomes 50. So a lot of the numbers end up like that. Hamishim is 50, and then u is and matayim is 200. The way this works is you have mea is 100, mem aleph hey, but then you put the plural ending on it. So whereas im is just usually, like here is just a regular plural im, but at the end when it's aim, it's a dual plural, which means there's 2 of them. So matayim means 2 100s, so it's 200. So we have the whole number here. Hamishim matayim is 50 and 200. In other words, 250. So nisi a, we have nasi. Nasi is leader, head, one lifted up. And so this is in the noun construct form. So it would be nisi im, except in a noun construct, the im changes to a, and so it's connected to the next word. Okay, so nisi a means leaders, princes, rulers, and now we have the word Edah. And Edah is a word for the assembly or congregation. I see it personally as, in my experience, as more of a judicial assembly. So it's the whole assembly of the children of Israel through representation, not necessarily every man, woman, and child. I might be wrong about that, but that's just my impression of the word, as opposed to something like kahal. So nisi edah would be the leaders of the assembly. All right, kri'e. So it comes from the root kara, is a call, to call, and so here this is a noun though. What this would be, those called. It's in the construct form. You can see the a indicates that it's in a construct, and then moed. Moed is an appointed time. It's actually related to this word edah, but moed is a time appointed or a place appointed. So like the holidays are called moadim. So kriye moed would be like those who call an appointment. Not perfectly clear on that, but something like that. Anshe Shem. Anshe is anashim in the noun construct. So anashim, the im changes to a, and it becomes a noun construct. Anshe Shem. So men of, and then Shem means name. But in this case, name is an idiom for like reputation, dignity, honor, fame, that kind of thing. So they're basically famous men, well-known men, and that's what's going on. So they arose before Moses and the men of the children of Israel, 250 leaders of the assembly, proclaimers of appointment, men of renown, men of famous men. So that's going to be all for today. I hope you enjoyed us going through Parashat Korach. Make sure to look at all of our videos that are constantly being updated just about every day at bethemmanuel.org/kolel. And we'll see you next time. Thanks.